Friday, I believe it's Friday. No, today's Thursday. I'm a day ahead of myself. Thursday morning update. We didn't do a video yesterday, or at least I didn't do an update video yesterday. There was stuff going on all over the place, and I was in a hurry to get to hauling hay. I was trying to haul as many loads as I could yesterday, and I got it down to where I've only got 2 loads of hay left to haul from that native grass that we bought, which is good. I was gonna haul it today, but I don't have time today because I ran up the road quite a ways and got some hay laid down. And I think I mentioned that the other day. So I'm gonna go rake that, and I'm not taking 2 tractors and raking and having somebody rake in front of me and then bail behind them, because it's only 25 acres. It's 1 field up there. If I had more fields to do like some other people, I probably would, but since it's just that, I'm just gonna hook up the rake to the doits, rake it myself, and then hook the baler up and turn around and bale it. So not gonna haul any more hay, because I'm gonna go bale some hay. Hopefully, that's the plan. Yeah. Yesterday, the hired help started scraping this working barn, which is very nice. As you can tell, there's just, it's not like muddy or anything like that. It's just this dusty stuff, you know, buildup of manure and hay over the years. And so like this pen has already been scraped, as you can tell. And we did lock a horse in there while he was doing that, so she made a mess. And those holes are from another horse that I was riding. If you guys remember the videos all the way last winter, I was riding a horse called Kiss, and that was what she did. She dug holes. Very nice of her. Anyways, he started scraping this. It's looking good. Today he's actually hauling the rake over to the hayfield for me right now, so that I can just hook the tractor up and go. And if he's got time, he's gonna turn around and come and get the baler and haul it over there. But we'll see. The rake, we're still at the last job that we did, so it's quite a ways to road it. Anyways, he got to scraping on this. I was hauling hay. Today, the tractor is just gonna sit here. I'm gonna kick these cows out. That's that new group of feeders that we got. They're coming along nice. Couple new babies out here in the first calf heifers. There's only like, I think 3, maybe 4 left to calf. I'd have to look at our books and see. But we're almost done with the first calf heifers, which is nice. We've had several new babies out at the lease ground. I've got to get over there and tag a bunch more. As usual, you know, there's too much going on. Getting a little behind on tagging, but that's okay. Take the horse over there, get him tagged. I was going to talk about tagging, and I guess now's the time, since I was talking about it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Okay, well, there's a couple of reasons that we tag calves. First off, we tag our heifers with white tags and bull calves with blue tags. Now, I have done that since I was my kids' age. That's how we did it, and so it's kind of just an old habit, and it allows, when we're sorting, as long as I tag them correctly, when we're sorting, you can just look and be like, that's a heifer, that's a heifer, if they're looking at you and you can't tell, or for whatever reason. Now sometimes I do tag them incorrectly. It has been known to happen. Usually I tag it a heifer when it's actually a bull calf. I have done that. There's usually a couple every year, and you'd think, wow, that should be pretty hard to mess up. Well, I'm not perfect, okay? So that's one reason, is just to distinguish heifers from bulls. The second reason is for records, so we know, hey, this cow had this calf, so on and so forth. The third reason is because we run some cattle still on partnership. We don't have very many left of those, but we still have several in there that are partnership cattle ran on a lease agreement. And so we have to, for their records, tag them so that they know what they're got. And then that way we can distinguish between our owned, 100% owned calves and then our partnership calves. So that's why we tag everything. If we just had all of our cows in one herd and they were all ours, I honestly would probably wait until branding to brand or tag, because that would just be one less time that I'm tagging, and our records would be then put based on branding time. And that would work really well. But we can't do that now because, like I said, if we just sort them off and we pull up a calf and we go to brand it and it's a heifer, well, we don't know, is it a partnership heifer? Is it the kids' heifer? Is it our heifer? We don't know. And then we could tag it and then kick it back out and then have to go wait for it to pair up and then figure out, but that's actually harder to do. That's easier said than done. It's not too easy to do that. So those are the reasons we tag. And that's why it is important for us to get over there and get everything tagged. Done with the tagging rant. If you guys recall, I took Josh's mare to the vet like last week or wherever that was. That horse is coughing. I fed her some hay one night because I was out of hay, and I threw it in the bunk and she ate it, and I was like, that's probably not the best hay, and it was a little dusty and did not agree with her. Well, she's kicked out on that pasture now. Anyways, Josh's mare, she ended up having a little bit of a torn tendon, and so she is on very, very light duty. Josh is supposed to maybe get her up once a month and ride her around gently, which for her, there is no such thing as riding around gently because she's a spicy little mare. But she's on some anti-inflammatory medication, and they thought, and I may have already done an update on this now that I'm recalling, but maybe not. I can't remember. They think that she'll heal up just fine. I think I did do an update on that now that I've done that. I was just looking at her out there and I was noticing maybe the swelling had went down, so it sparked my memory. So yeah, she's doing okay. About time to start feeding everything hay. Of course, everything here is getting hay. Once these feeders are all lined out and we've kind of got them over the hump from sickness, usually about a month after they've been here, this group is fixing to hit that month mark. Everything kind of gets staggered a little bit because of when I'm buying them and whatnot. But once everything's been here a month and we can kind of sort everything and make sure everything's going to be good together, these guys are going to go out on pasture. And there's probably enough pasture. We'll keep all these and run them till December. And I probably have enough pasture to get us through that. Maybe even longer. If there's longer, when we pull these feeders off, we'll probably stick our replacement heifers out there. But there again, I've got another pasture in the back waiting for them. So now that we got some rain, everything is kind of growing slowly. It's kind of late in the grow season, but things are growing. As far as grass, anyways. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but we have actually some grass here now. But like these pairs and from the first calf heifers and the spring bred heifers, they'll stay right here and we'll keep feeding them hay. I'm gonna unroll a bunch of that native grass hay on this field and hopefully just coat the entire field. It's a small field. I think there's 12 or 15 acres in this field. I'd have to map it again because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a small field, so I think I should be able to get very good coverage on it and see what the seed does. So that'll be interesting to see next year. You guys thirsty? Oh, yeah. These ones have not figured out the ball tank at all, which is why we have this water tank here. Same with that group over there. Put a water tank in here because these ball tanks are not conducive to feeder heifers. They don't really like them. Some of them figure it out. Like the group, that's out in the outdoor pen over there, they figured out the ball tank. That's their only source of water. And the ball actually is a little, it doesn't float very good. It needs a new ball. And so there's water that they can see. And so that's a good training mechanism, I guess. But when the ball's working correctly, I usually stick a stick in there and jam the ball down. That way they can find the water. And then there's also a 4-ball tank out in the field. If it's out there, not like in a fence line, they'll go up to it, be curious, and play with it and figure it out a lot faster than they will in the barn. But anyways, things coming up. We're going to be semen testing some bulls before too long. It's time to start thinking about bulls and where bulls are going and what bulls are going and which group and all that good stuff. Whenever we do that, we will have to, of course, get them up and get them semen tested. And we're going to get this stud colt cut at the same time.